Hello and welcome to Focus on Liberia. Welcome. Welcome to this very special broadcast here at Focus on Liberia. I'm Anthony C. hosting, and I'm excited about this broadcast. Something highly positive, undertaken by a group of fantastic Liberians. I can put it that way.
Mhm.
Here to talk about the year of the Diaspora reunion 2021-2022. Something highly positive. To do this, we have interesting individuals joining us to have this very unique conversation. We have Herring, who is joining us from UK. He is the UK Liberia Chamber of Commerce representative. We also have with us Dr. Clarice Kulah. She is a representative of the Provident Preservation Foundation. And we also have with us state representative, I'm not mistaken, Nequetta from the Rare Oil Incorporated. And she is the state representative for the state of Colorado, I believe.
Yep.
We should have had Madame May Ure, but she is not here today because of schedule. Hester will be joining us on the phone, and she is a representative from Unchin, Africa. The objective of this group is to unite, relocate, and build. I will now welcome Dr. Kulah, that is Clarice Kulah. Welcome. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
All right. And also let me welcome State Representative Nequetta Rex. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having us today.
Good. Also, Herring is here. Herring from the UK. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today. Thank you.
All right. That is good to have all of you here. Let's get to it here quickly. I will give you the opportunity for a minute each. If you want to do any further introduction of yourself, we will appreciate that. And let's start with the state representative, Nequetta Rex, please.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is State Representative Nequetta Rex from the great state of Colorado. It's my pleasure to be here on Focus on Liberia to talk about an event that is so exciting and something that we've been working on as a labor of love. Liberia as a nation will be celebrating its 200th year in existence from the founding, when the four founders first sailed from the United States to go to Africa to form our homeland now known as Liberia. And so we're excited to be working on this project. I am from Colorado, as I said. I also am the president of the African Chamber of Commerce and Red Oil Inc., which is a company that focuses on investments between Africa and trade and investments opportunities galore in Liberia, which we'll be hearing more about. But I'm here with these other great folks working on this event, and we will be talking a lot about it because we want all of you to come. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you so very much. Let me bring in Henry. Henry, only if it is possible, if you can rotate your phone. Apparently, we'll get rid of the black spot there, only if it is possible. But go ahead.
All right. Thank you. I'll do that after the introduction. So my name is Henry. I'm the managing director for the UK Liberia Chamber of Commerce. And working with the team on this. We're looking forward to bringing all Liberians in the diaspora back home, for the bicentennial celebration. It's been an exciting project for us, and we hope that the excitement that we felt over the past few months and into a year can be transmitted back to our people. And of course, the key objective today, being on this show, is to really hammer home, some of the benefits and highlights and why every Liberian and African in the diaspora should actually be a part of this event. So yeah, we're looking forward to having a great show and also, engage together. So,
thank you so very much. Now it's time for Dr. Clarice for Kulah to do a little introduction and give us some juice concerning the discussion. Go ahead.
All right. So my name is Dr. Clarice Kulah, and I'm the president of Providence Preservation Foundation, which is a foundation that's was started years back to cultivate the history and culture of Liberia. We've done films about Liberia. We've done projects in Liberia. The goal is to really hone in on Liberia, our homeland, talk about its history, talk about the culture, and then, of course, talk about its historical sites, how to restore them, how to use them to bring tourism into the country. Because Liberia truly, truly is a tourist destination. Whether you know it or not, it really is. And I've been privy lately to explore Liberia, and I love what I'm seeing. Hester has been exploring, and oh, she loves what she is seeing. So we are excited about what we're doing, coming to Liberia. I wish Mrs. Ure was here, but September is World Tourism Day, and she's in charge of that. So she had to travel very quickly. That's why she's not with us today, but she will be on subsequent programs. And like he said earlier, Hester is coming through, I think, via audio.
All right.
We're looking forward to this. Yep.
All right. Thank you so very much. And those of you joining us, if you have not shared the show, please share the show. Let us get the thing to as many Liberians as possible. This is something very hardly positive. We're talking about tourism and all other things connecting to all going back home and rebuilding a vibrant country like Liberia. We, the diaspora, need to be the fulcrum of such effort, and that is what the individuals are doing, and that is why we want you to share the show. Talking about, Liberia being that attractive place. Some of us sometimes don't get to realize that, right? Let us show you a video that will show you the power of what we're talking about, and then we will get into it. Stay tuned.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You see it right there. This is LIB Year of the Diaspora Radio 2021-2022. The motto here, or the objective here, reunite, relocate, and build. And this group, going back to Liberia, December 2021, December 2022, I see here. But let's get to it. I'm excited about this conversation here. So everybody hearing now the LIB Year of the Diaspora Reunion. Too many things go into your mind, but you are the best person to tell us what this actually is. So let's start with you, Dr. Kulah. What is this reunion that we're talking about?
Well, is Hester available? Hester, are you there? Is she on yet?
No, she's not on the phone yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is what I'm asking you. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Because she was so pumped and ready to tell you all about it. But I guess I'll go ahead because for the sake of time. Mm-hmm. So it is a time that we set aside for the commemoration of our 200-year anniversary of the free slaves coming home, coming back to Africa after all those years of being enslaved here in the U.S. This idea of reconnecting is what we're trying to do. We want to reconnect with our people as we come home. Many of us have children who have been born in the U.S. who have not ever been to Liberia. This is an opportunity for them to come there, get to know their cousins, get to know the land, the place that their family is from, the place where they also are from. So we're looking forward to an opportunity to reconnect with our people, to reconnect with our motherland. Also, to just really put forth a lot of activities that are going to draw us closer and closer together as a people and as a unit, as we prepare for the big bicentennial, of course, coming up in 2022. So this is a prelude, so to speak, to what is to come.
Thank you. And Mana Rex, you get to add anything to further give us the juice of what this is all about?
I think the importance of this celebration is the fact that Liberia has a very unique place in history. It's the only place where people returned. Okay, so you talk about Ghana, the door of no return. This is where African Americans actually returned home and made a home, formed a republic, which is now today Africa's oldest republic. We also have the city of Monrovia, which will be celebrating its 200th year, which is the oldest city on the continent of Africa. Liberia has a great history, and we need to celebrate it and bring people from here, because this is where the African diaspora actually found a home. And the first 10 presidents of Liberia were actually African American. So, we have a important history to connect with people from all over the world. And as we celebrate our bicentennial, I think it's important for people to reunite, to understand the history, connect people from here, African American, and those from the diaspora all over the world are welcome. Our like Dr. Clarice said, Liberia is so beautiful. We have 360 miles of coastline.
That's right.
We have the second best surfing waters in the world. And people don't think about surfing when they think about surfing, they don't think about Liberia, but we do. And so there are so many things. We have unique foliage, unique animals that are in our forest. We have over 300 species of butterflies. So many exciting things that people don't think about when they see and think about Liberia. And so this is what we want to bring to the world and say, come and celebrate with us. And, I'll let somebody else say some words.
Yeah, so that will bring me to Herring. Herring, why is this so important? Tell us, why should people really care about this, be part of it, and play their role if they can? Why?
All right, thank you. I think, like my colleague Nequetta said, this is a very important part of history for us Liberians. And most importantly, if we cannot unite at this important time, the 200 years since we returned to, since the first Liberians docked in Providence Island, then when else can we actually come together as people? And so this is a very important part. And also, don't forget, we want to raise consumer awareness about tourism and sustainability and bring the diaspora movement together to support economic development and transformation of Liberia. So this is a very important element or agenda event for us. It's not just an event, but we believe that, without unity, we cannot achieve some of our core objectives. And it is very important as people to stay united. And part of this event is to ensure that we utilize the opportunity to understand what we have as people, what resources we can bring together. Of course, there are Liberians all over the world, 500,000 Liberians living in the diaspora, but we all have different skill sets, knowledge that we can transfer back into Liberia. And of course, without some of these events or without this event, it's very difficult sometimes to actually benchmark the data. Okay, how many Liberians are into agriculture or that are living outside Liberia? How many Liberians are into different fields that they can connect with local Liberians, find synergies and cooperate and find common elements to build a country. I mean, we cannot always believe, we cannot always leave the development of our countries to existing policies. But as individuals, what can we do? And this is some of the questions that we want to answer. And contributing our resources for the common good is one of them. And it is very important for all of us to be together and be excited about the event, not just the entertainment value that it brings. Of course, we love the entertainment part, but also as people and also as country, how passionate are we to showcase, or use this opportunity to bring together these resources and move our country and our people forward.
Thank you so very much, Herring. I appreciate that. So this effort, there are a lot of activities from what I've read that you have put into place to really make this happen. But before we get to the activities, I want to know who is invited, who all are invited. And let me start with you, Dr. Clarice. Who all are invited? I want to know. Only Liberian invited? I'm just curious. Who all are invited?
Every African diasporian that exists, is welcome to join us. So we're inviting, of course, we the Liberians who are in the diaspora, many of which have not been home in 40, 50 years. Some haven't been home in 20 years, but we invited all of you guys, all of us to come home with our families. Bring your children, bring everybody. We're also inviting the African Americans because, again, they are a huge part of this history because many of their ancestors went to Liberia to mark this 200-year celebration that we're trying to have. And then, of course, we've got other diasporans, other African diasporans, whether you're Nigerian, Ghanaian, the Caribbeans, of course, many Caribbeans came to Liberia. Grenadians came, Jamaicans came, so many people that made up this idea of Liberia. So the key thing is any person of color in the diaspora is welcome to the celebration. People who even are not of color are welcome to the celebration. Oh, I think you're muted, Mr.
Yes,
Anthony.
sorry, I'm muted myself. Yeah, I'm trying to take care of something in the back, and thank you for letting me know. I think it's a good thing that, to know that, everybody is invited, even whether or not you from Africa, you are invited. It is good to know. I was just trying to say, maybe I'll let my friends know too. Let's come to the activities. And let me start with you, Representative Riggs. Why are the activities, please?
So the activities that we have a very packed agenda for these for our Year of the Diaspora. We will be looking at tour packages that have already been set up. If you can go to our website, you will see those tours, taking into waterfalls and beaches. We are going to be opening up a reunion activity at Wookie Farms, which is owned by May Yuri, who is not on the show, but she has a beautiful, beautiful farm with so many things to see there. Ostriches and horses and donkeys, fish farming. She raises pigs. I mean, it's an exciting place. We're going to be starting out there with the hometown barbecue reunion. We're going to be going to Africa's oldest church, which is Providence Baptist Church. We will be doing a ceremony there. There will be an investment conference, so many fashion shows. It's going to be very children's toy drive will be done so that we can have a Christmas party for the orphans and children that we're going to be supporting, and so many other activities.
Thank you. Let us go to the video that also gives a sense of some of the activities, and then later on we'll come to Henry to go to the website. I heard that you have some packages. That's the one I want to hear more about. All right, so let's see if we can roll in the video to give a clue about some of these activities.
In 1821, a home was birthed in Providence Island. A home that once stood as the pinnacle of Africa's decolonization. A home that has persisted in the face of atrocities and today remains more united than ever. A home where nature, culture, landscape, beaches, and history await a glorious moment to be lived. At the pinnacle of 200 years, Liberia is excited to welcome Africans in the diaspora home again. Let's return to where it all started. Come, rediscover and rebuild the land which has so much more to offer. Explore attractions, taste our food, experience our culture, and impact our communities. Let's go home. Visit Liberia, December 2021 through December of 2022, the Year of the Diaspora. For more information, please visit our website at www.libyearofthediaspora.org. See you in Liberia.
And talking about see you in Liberia, I must be trying to pack my bags right now. I mean, excellent video there, actually explaining all the work that you are putting in place here, and it's good for viewers to see that. But anybody want to talk a little more about the video there? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to say kudos to Mr. Henry. Henry did the website. Henry also did that video. It was very interesting how we put the video together. We came up with the verbiage. Henry got the pictures together. We did a recording, and next thing I knew, we had this wonderful video. And I thank God for Henry because he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. But before we go on to the website, I want to talk a little bit about the logistics, right? So in having this year of the Diaspora, one of the things that we want to hone in on is the fact that we have a charter flight with Egypt Air. So this charter flight is going to leave New York, just like our ancestors did so many years ago, except they went on a boat. And we, as Liberians, have chartered our own flights. So that's going to leave on December the 17th out of New York. We'll land in Liberia in the morning of December 18th. And then we start our activities. We're going to have a prayer breakfast where we're praying for the nation, along with Providence Baptist Church. We're doing that in collaboration, which is the oldest Baptist church in Liberia. And so we'll pray for our nation there. We'll have like an old-fashioned breakfast with cassava and gravy, shortbread, bread and eggs, and things we don't eat often here. But we get an opportunity to do that in our home. So we want to start there with our activities. Then we also want to move on to other events that will take place. We talked about the toy drive. We talked about having the Christmas party. So the way the Christmas party works is on Christmas Eve at the same time, all 15 counties will have a Christmas party. So we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for representatives. We're looking for people to rep their community, to rep their county. So all you need to do is send us an email. If you're interested, you can rep your county. You will be responsible for the Christmas party, like helping us plan it. Lina Marshall of the Lina Marshall Foundation, who's also in the UK, is responsible for that, along with myself, representing Providence Preservation Foundation. But we're putting this team together so that we can have an opportunity to let everybody else be a part of what we're doing. It's not just us. Then the other thing that I'm very, very excited, actually, I think we're all excited about is the Heritage Ball. The Heritage Ball is an opportunity for all of us to come together and just enjoy ourselves and learn more about our history and culture. As you enter the ball, there'll be tables set up in the hallway. Each of these tables will represent one of the 15 counties. So, of course, we'll have 15 tables. And then on the 15 tables, you'll have artifacts for each of those counties, and a little bit of information about the people who are local to those counties. Because we take Lofa County, for example, you've got the Kisi tribe up there. You also have the Lama people up there. So you can't look at it as, this one county just has that one tribe. Some of the counties have various tribes. So we want to be able to put that information out there for people to understand how we are all connected and all related. Then you go into the ballroom. Different people will have like 1 minute to talk about their counties. It's like a perk for tourism. Why should I visit your county? Tell me some things that are in your county. Tell me why I want to go to Bassa. Do I want to see Dinah? What do I want to see? The beautiful waterfalls, the landscape. What do I want to see? And we'll have that opportunity to share some of that as we're having this ball, if you will. Of course, it is a costume ball, so we get dressed up like in the 1800s, the gowns, and if you want to wear some local outfits, you wear your local outfit. The idea is a celebration of culture and this piece of unity of us just coming together and having a good time. So that's one thing. And then, of course, Representative Riggs talked about the barbecue. This barbecue is going to be very exciting. One thing I'm looking forward to is the storytelling. So while the kids are riding horseback, over at Mrs. Uri's farm, while people are swimming in the pool, while we're grilling, we're also going to have a storyteller. Remember in Liberia, when the old people would pass down these stories? We don't have that anymore. I remember sitting at my grandmother's feet. She would say, once upon a time, and then all the kids would say, time, and then she would tell all these fabulous and wonderful stories. We want to have a storyteller that can carry over those stories to our children. And another thing we'll be doing is something that I'm excited about. We're going to be doing a reenactment of the coming of the slaves to Liberia and some of the local people that they met there. That's going to be done by the Movie Union, and it's going to be directed by Zubin Cooper. So we're really looking forward to having all of these things where we can learn about our history. Like Henry said, we're not just coming in to have fun. We're doing other things. And then on the fun side, we're actually bringing Michael Blackson. I don't know if you guys know the comedian Michael Blackson. He was actually raised in Liberia, and he left as a young boy due to the Civil War. He's coming back. He's passionate about giving back to Liberia. So he's coming back. We're going to do a fun little meet and greet comedy evening with him. So, a lot of good things for Liberia. So the activities are exciting, but it's not just our activities. Jonda Morris is doing a major fashion show in Liberia, and we're looking forward to that. She's got 4 days of activities as well. Joe Reeves and the Liberian Athletes Association, they're coming to Liberia in December as well before we get there, and they're doing some things. So I know B.W. Harris is having their reunion. So it's packed with so many things. We have a day where we're going to spend at the beach at Libasa. So it's going to be a beach day, a family fun day. In addition to that, Libasa also have a lot of activities that they have put together on different days. I know New Year's Eve, they have an event. It's like a candlelight type dinner on Christmas Day. And then on New Year's Eve, they have another event. I know also on New Year's Eve, there's an all-white party in Bassa over at Elizabeth Village, which, a lot of us are looking forward to. And then one of the logistics that I wanted to speak about was Minister Anthony Kulah, who is over the Diaspora Engagement Program. A lot of people don't even know we have a Diaspora office. It's in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs building. We're going to be using his office, and he's been he's been very helpful with this project. When we started working on this 3 or 4 years ago, he was our key point person. He helped us put this together. And so at his office, people that may come into the country, if your internet is not working too well where you're staying, you have an opportunity. We'll have an office set up there where you can go and use the internet. If you need to get any information about Liberia, get some flyers, some brochures of the different things that are going on. You need a space to do a little bit of meeting. He can also help you with those kinds of things. So we've thought about a lot of different things. Then we have Dr. Cooper, who has a hospital in Liberia, a clinic, and we'll be working with her. She's put together a package. So it's like an insurance package, like a travel insurance. So if your kid was sick or somebody had a fever, you could go down and get your services. So a lot of exciting things are happening, trust me. We're carrying a few doctors with us, and we've talked to Ministry of Health, a couple of people there who will be able to give us temporary licenses for these doctors to practice. So we'll have additional people in Liberia, since it's going to be a volume of people. We'll have all of those things going on. So we look forward to really having each of you in Liberia and participating in a lot of our activities. There's also an icon show, which is being put together by Alex Devine, where it's not just the children on ground that can participate. It's like that American Idol type show where they're singing, they're dancing. It's like a variety show. Right. But you also have the children who are coming from abroad that can also participate if they're interested. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff. Hot FM is even doing a whole beach concert with a lot of our local Liberian artists. So look out for all of these things. It's going to be very exciting.
Thank you so very much. Indeed, those are very much exciting. But before we go to your website that has a lot of information that will better inform all of us, and especially our listening audience, all that you are doing. You talk about the charter flight earlier, and yes, you are inviting everybody, all diasporans. You are inviting them, even people who are Americans, be it African or white. You're inviting everybody to go and see this beautiful place called Liberia with all these, attraction or sites and all that. What I want to know here is the hotels, the people that you want to go to Liberia. Tell me, have you done arrangement for hotel, or have you hotels that you are recommending for these people? Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So as part of our packages, we have hotels, and I'll tell you, we have a list of hotels that we're working with. We're working in a couple of guest houses have come on board recently that say they're interested. Of course, we're working with Libasa is one of our hotels. Farmington is one of our hotels. Elizabeth Village, which is in Buchanan. The Boulevard Plaza Hotel, Royal Grand Hotel, Bella Casa Hotel, RLJ, Tropicana, and Wookie Farms has the chalets that we're going to be using. And the way the packages work, you can purchase a package. If it's just a plane ticket, it's $1,300. If it's a plane ticket plus a tour and an event, is $1,430, and then it goes on from there as you add your hotel. So depending on your budget, because everybody's budget is different, so we start with a smaller budget. The smallest package that includes the hotel starts at $3,030, and then the most expensive one is $4,330, which comes with breakfast. Some of them come with breakfast and lunch. So it just depends on what a person is looking for. When they go to the website, they'll see all the information there. You can even click on there, purchase your packet along with your ticket, put all of your information in there, and it sends us an email. You can make your payment online. Everything has been made simplified to ensure smooth sailing. And remember now, this is also a year-long celebration. We're just a prelude to this big bicentennial that's going on right now. And so we start in December, but it goes all the way to next December. Just bear in mind that.
Thank you so very much. We're going to take a little short break. When we come by, we will be counting on Henry to walk us through the website, because there's so much information that we all need to know that explain a lot about this particular event.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Ja.
I am Anthony C. hosting, and we are in conversation with the group that I am so much happy about. The work they are doing here is just amazing, and I can't just stop enjoying it. The year of the Diaspora reunion 2021-2022, their goal is to reunite, relocate, and build. Herring, let's bring you in. This is the website. Tell me where to go and explain to our audience how can they access the website and what all can they find on this website.
All right, thank you. I think first and foremost, I would like to say this is a people's website. So everything that you see here is based on what our users have informed us they would like to see on this website. And firstly, see the registered button on the right. That is very important to actually achieving our goals of reuniting. Because what that registration button does, it allows us to understand, firstly, how many Liberians or Africans in diaspora are looking to be part of this event. Secondly, it gives us the understanding of which sectors they are. So whether you're a doctor, whether you are whatever profession you are. Also, what are some of the key areas that they will be interested in coming into Liberia? And of course, with this database, it is very significant to moving on to their subsequent stage, as in if Liberians come together and they want to say invest in agriculture, we already have the database and connect them. So it's all about that interconnectivity, connecting people, and this database, this registration button helps us to.
Henry, let me hold you a little bit. So first, you told me to click on register, and then below I see a section here that asking for name, email, phone number. Why am I supplying this kind of information?
All right. So firstly, we want to get to know the users of our website. Secondly, we want to get to know their interests. So these informations are needed for us to engage, because in the website you could see that there's a brief description of investment interest or industry, or what people would like to do. And so people might send us a question, for example, how do I get involved in supporting Liberia, or how do I get involved in meeting other people? And so this information, of course, which are all data protected, we don't share information until or unless the users do, without the user's consent. However, what it does for us is that we are able to respond to some of these requests. We are able to understand the needs, because that is the first thing. Without the data, we would not know who does what and why we need to engage them. So these information are very important for us to engage the users and also respond to their queries respectively.
All right, Heren, we on the website still, I see partners. So this is where you come to see all your partners. I see hotel partners, I see airline partners, I see tour partners, media and sponsorship. So tell me about that.
All right, so our partners, we cannot do this alone. This is an event that we will need multiple amount of partners involved traveling. So we need to have a list of airlines that are willing to support us. And also it's an opportunity for other airlines that are not, we're looking for an opportunity where we have direct airline going into Liberia. This is an opportunity for airlines to start looking into Liberia within a different lens. We also have hotel partners. Again, this is an opportunity for us to, bring some consumer awareness to the hotels we have in Liberia, and also what they can offer all the travelers. There are also individuals, something that just came up recently, where some people say, okay, you know what, we don't have hotels, but we have Airbnbs. Again, this is exactly why the data collection was important, because now with that information, we are going to add the option of Airbnb. Of course, we will look at the security aspect of it. So yes, the partnership aspect just highlights all the people that are coming together to support us in making this event happen. And this is also a way of acknowledging their support.
All right, Henry, thank you. Because of time, I will say this. Those following us here, focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube. So this is the website. And let me put the link here for you to see. So they have everything. There's a place called Discover Liberia. They have the soft-based tourism, eco-tourism sites and attraction. When you go there, you will see different places of attraction. They have the wildlife and attraction. I think we played a video earlier that shows some of these things that I'm talking about. The cultural heritage sites and attractions. So we have a lot of cultural sites in Liberia. They have images of these areas to pick your interest, and even those who really want to go to Liberia to see. Now they have another headline here that says, plan your trip, travel to Liberia, visa gap, questions and answer, about the reunion, which is one of the big things here that we're talking about today. It also tells you about the history of Liberia, exhibition, their team, all those that make up this group. You can get to know who are involved. Very, very good website that has all the information. Let's do this. I have Hessa on the phone. She just called us from Liberia. Welcome. It's good to have you on the phone. How you doing, first of all?
I'm doing well, and thank you so much. And again, apologies for the internet challenges on this side.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, we are happy to have you. We saw you have made all the effort to have joined by video, but it couldn't work because of the poor internet connectivity. So, talk to us. What do you want us to know? We have people listening, Liberians around the world.
Well, what I would like for Liberians around the world to do is to come home.
Okay.
And so the excitement here is that this is really one of the few opportunities that we can tap into at this time, mm-hmm. to be able to come together as a people, mm-hmm. Like I believe the others have said, for the purpose of reuniting, mm-hmm. Through a lot of fun and exciting activities, as well as some very serious business. It's also an opportunity for people who are thinking about maybe coming home, relocating to Liberia, to be able to explore the possibilities and come on the ground. And some of us who are on the ground, be able to help in that transitioning process by providing information and even support. And then, of course, rebuilding. Liberia right now is at a critical juncture, where we've gone through that many years ago of that image of war, and we're no mm-hmm. longer there. We're now at a place where Liberians are actively involved in tourism and doing so many amazing things on the ground. And it's critical that, we all become a part of that process of rebuilding Liberia. Liberia is an amazingly beautiful country. And, I had a great opportunity in March to do a tour of Liberia and discover some of the most, incredible tourism resources that any country can offer. And Liberia definitely is an extremely competitive destination. We have the largest remaining portion of the Upper Guinea rainforest, which is chock full with so many species that are endemic only to Liberia. We have beautiful forests, the Promotional National Forest, and mm-hmm. it's ready, for people to come and explore. But we mm-hmm. have other forests, bodies around Liberia, and other countries are doing wonderful things, and it's benefiting their country. And we have possibly one of the best rainforests in Africa. So we all need to come and begin, be a bit adventurous and go and see. We have the Nimba Mountains. You can stand at the peak of Nimba and see 3 countries beneath. And that in itself, just going to the top and seeing the beauty of Nimba, is something that's just awestruck. It will leave you awestruck. And these are things that you don't see in our neighboring countries. Liberia is unique to that as well. Waterfalls, we talk about Malawi and what have you, but Liberia has a lot of gigantic waterfalls. We have the, in Bapolu, we have Bong County. But we need to get out and see these things and explore our own country. We don't know what we have, until we get out and begin to see. Then we will begin to see the benefit of Liberia and become more excited about, owning it and taking complete responsibility for it. So I'm praying that in December we will, see an influx of Liberians on the ground. And, we that are on the ground, we're doing our best to make sure that, things like COVID, you have, good measures in place. At the airport recently, we were there and see the improvements at the airport. And the airport management is very, excited about the Year of the Diaspora. And they too are working hard to put things in place inside of the country itself. A lot of things are going on to prepare. So we're hoping that people will, take that chance, get on that flight that's, that special flight that is coming to Liberia at that drastically reduced rate of only $1,300, and and explore. And
as there's a question I asked earlier, and I know your callers chime in, but I'm just curious to hear from you too. The goal here is to reunite, relocate, and build. You're talking about tourism. They're talking about all these places of attraction, cultural, heritage site and all. So people go and see. But how does that benefit Liberia? What is the end goal here? Why are you calling people from across the world to come and be part of this effort? How does Liberia benefit? I guess that's my question.
Well, tourism is for the everyday people. I mean, when you come, when you eat out, you're benefiting some restaurants. When you go shopping, some shop is benefiting from that.
Right.
Some of the resorts, that we own, I have the one in Buchanan, Elizabeth Village. But when you come and you spend your money in Liberia, tourism is built. And the people on the ground get to benefit from that. When you shop and buy Liberia, when you eat Liberia, all of that will add to the economy of the Liberian people. And we need to begin encouraging more and more people to come, because there are so many countries. Look at Ghana with the year of the return. They grossed $8 billion in revenue just by visitors coming into the country. So we need to be able to understand the value of tourism and realize, I used to be the head of a publication in Atlanta. It was called The Guest Informant. And being in Atlanta, a city of only 840,000 people at the time, but they saw 18 million visitors annually. So of course, the visitor market ran the industry. ran the economy of Atlanta. So because the visitor, when he comes in, he doesn't come in thinking about spending money. He comes with the money in his pocket ready to spend. Unlike someone who lives in a place that might, come in, shop around and come back. But visitors come ready to spend. And so it's important that we become the first visitors for Liberia, the diaspora. And then we will begin to see others, around the world begin to explore Liberia. And of course, the domestic market, we're trying to push people in Liberia to also begin exploring Liberia.
Thank you so very much. That was Exa on the phone. She should have been here. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name well. Let me come back to you. Before we go to our comments, and folks who are following us, it is about time to give us a call here. If you have a question, the team here will be more than willing to answer that question for you, so that you can get a better understanding about this effort. So is there anything, before we go to the comments, that any of you would like to say to further provide more context on this effort?
Well, really fast, our tour packages, we kind of played around with it. We have 5 tour packages that we're starting with. Like I said, December is just a prelude. We're just beginning. It's a year-long thing. So each time we'll have different packages for tours. The first one is the Providence Island tour. So that one is there for about $75. It's also on the website. Then we have the Grand Bassa Awakening Tour, whereby we'll be going to Dinah, Elizabeth Village, and other places in Grand Bassa. Patawi Waterfall, we have a journey tour where we just be experiencing and becoming one with nature as we hike up to Patawi Waterfall. We also have the Robertsport Lake and Lake Piso excursion. That's going to be an exciting time. We have the Farmington River tour. So each of them, the prices are online at our website. You can check everything out. And we really look forward to having you guys and seeing you all of those tours as we take this opportunity to explore Liberia and what it has to offer.
Thank you so very much. Any other person want to add something, or we go to the comments?
I'm just going to jump in. I think this is a time where, a lot of people, I got my hair braided recently, and the beautician is Liberian, and she had an American girlfriend in the store. And she's like, we're going to Liberia. I think this is a time where you can go and show up your country. A lot of people want to travel when they know someone who's on the trip and they don't want to explore by themselves. But so many people want to go to Africa. And this is a chance to go to a place where we have these beautiful packages, we have all these opportunities, and just great activities that are planned. So please, don't be shy. Share this on your your social media, and get ready to go back home. I mean, what's better than that?
I know, right?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, one more thing I forgot to mention. So the flights to Liberia, because it is a charter flight, we have to pay for it beforehand. So the deadline is October the 22nd. If you're going to get your tickets, you must purchase your tickets by October the 22nd in order for all of us to board that charter flight, which Ambassador Patton will be on, and a few other representatives. I think Cynthia Blanford, Jackson George, some of the consulate generals, and other people will be on that flight on December the 17th. But again, we must pay for the flight by October 22nd, or we'll be finding some other ways to get to Liberia.
All right. Henry, anything you want to add? Then we can go to our phone line.
Yeah, I'd like to add that if you look at their events, the way they've been structured, there's something in it for everyone. I think my colleague Nequetta, she's not mentioned that, but she will be heading an investment summit, and we've also got a business roundtable, and these are very important elements of the event. So business people are welcome. These are very important times for us, doing business in Liberia. And I know she didn't mention that on the call, but she's going to be leading some of these on the event. So it's very important for everybody to understand that it's not just about the fun aspect of it. Yeah, we want to have fun, but business aspect of it is also very important. We want people not to just come and go back, because we've had a lot of diaspora event. People come in, at the end of the day they go back. But what we want to do is to have the strategy for this event is to ensure that whatever you come in to do in Liberia, after this event, there is a strategy to follow up, to understand, and this is why the data is so important. Who is doing what? So the business aspect is key, and this is why my colleague Nequetta and I think Esther will be heading that part of the events and the business summit event. So this is very important element of their homecoming. So I just don't want people to feel that we just come to the party and go. But the key thing is, we want to have a structure or a strategy for how you spend in Liberia and build their country in the long term. And money is needed. We can't forget about that.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Ben. You're absolutely right. I just want to kind of highlight some of the industries that we're going to be looking at in this investment conference. We have a huge ecotourism opportunity there in Liberia. We also have mining. We also have agriculture. There are so many different aspects and even fisheries. There are so many opportunities that are virgin opportunities and what we call low-hanging fruit when we're looking at being able to get into the market, being able to get into the economy, and starting a business that can thrive and employ people there in Liberia, but also grow a profit so that you are also, being sustainable within a business. So the opportunities are galore, and we'll be highlighting some of those opportunities where you will be actually sitting there with the investment commission of Liberia and experts and people there who can kind of walk you through that process as far as teaming and getting to forming a business relationship that can ultimately thrive and help the country. So we're looking forward to bringing that to you on this trip as well.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. I think that business aspect is very, very important. Let's go to the phone line. We have a caller with phone number ending in 3074. Or if you are listening, please go ahead. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, so this is Jabari, and I'm calling, of course, from North Carolina.
Okay.
And I just want to say thank you guys so much for doing this. I actually heard about you guys actually a couple months ago, and I gave y'all a shout out because y'all are doing so much great work, and as an African American, this excites me. I do have a question for you guys. The question that I have for you guys is, is your reunion have any African American partners or any African American groups y'all are working with?
Any of you can take that.
We are working with the colleges. We are working with colleges, but we are looking for more partners who can also partner with us. So if you are interested in partnering, please give us your information and we can talk offline, because we're trying to get this message out to as many people as we can.
Jabari, go ahead.
Thank you so much, because oh yeah, I just wanted to say yes, because I am at a HBCU. So
all right.
Yes.
All right, just to say a little bit more about that. So in Atlanta, we've got quite a few HBCUs, and we have engaged them, and quite a few of them are coming with us in February during Black History Month for another event. So I would love to have you talk to some people at your school, and maybe you guys can join us in December, because again, it's a year-long celebration, so we have different activities at different times, but it would be good for you to experience Liberia in December. Is something to see.
Jabari, anything else you want to say?
The last thing I'll say is my group is actually planning to take a trip to Liberia next year to mark the 200th anniversary. It's going to be a great time. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait for as many African Americans and Liberians to come. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Jabari.
Thank you. Yay.
And guys, he is an African American. We had him here on the show. He has been doing an extensive research and reading on Liberia. His interest is in Liberia, and he has a group. And this group, they are all about going back to Liberia, and that is why he asked that question. So I hope he can connect with you guys. That would be an added plus to that.
Oh, yes.
Let's see if we have another caller. We have John Maulo. John, go ahead if you are listening.
Yeah, good afternoon to the family that are there. Listen, we're all Liberians, and we would love to see the world, re-explore Liberia. As we know, for those who lived there years ago, before the trouble started, we know that people used to always want to come to Liberia, and in fact, when they come, most of them won't leave.
Right.
The situation now, with the insecurities and lack of law and order and all of that thing, and we asking people to go to Liberia, what's the risk there of either damaging our tourism industry forever? Because if something happens to somebody there, what's the risk? They can't even find it when it happens to Liberians. And besides that, we don't have airports to the other counties. So besides those ones that are easily accessible by road, where you're talking about going to Lofa or Grand City or Maryland, there's no airport. So how do these people get around? How do they really enjoy exploring the country as, very few percentage are into ecotourism, where most of them will want to come and visit, the beauty of the place. How we working with the government, and how is the government intending to solve these problems in a few months?
Thank you so much, John. Please keep that question, guys. Let me bring in another caller here quickly. That is Joe Moyu. Joe, quickly, let's hear you.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to laud the panelists. I think those are people with Liberia at heart. I returned to Liberia in July.
Joe, can you give me a little volume, brother?
Yeah, a little louder.
Okay, I said, can you hear me now?
Yes. Please speak a little louder, please. Go ahead now.
Yeah, I returned from Liberia in July this year, and I can tell you there's a lot of challenges. From what I noticed, infrastructure-wise, the country is in an advanced state of dysfunction. At night, barely any street lights. At day, barely any traffic lights. So there's a whole lot of things to do. And And I would say the country probably wouldn't be ready in about a year's time to get an influx of any sort of tourists in Liberia. I mean, and there are things you have to look at too. 21st century, people look at the internet. The internet in Liberia is spotty. And there's just a lot of problems from what I saw. Like I said before, you know, the infrastructure, like the roads trying to come to Robertsfield, there's only one artery, pretty much, Robertsfield all the way to downtown Monrovia. And that little road, to go 1 mile, it takes about, what, 2 hours? So there's a lot of things that the panelists will have to look at. They're planning on this, I don't know, a return perhaps bicentennial.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
All right. Hester,
Thank you.
you
Got your concerns. And because of time, let's read our comments. Please keep those 2 questions that came your way. Let me read a few comments, and then I will give you the opportunity to respond. And then we will go to the closing because of time. So let me bring some of the comments here, or lots of them. Let's hear from Tapla Popo Pupu. I hope I got that right. African American. This is why they did not develop our country. These people were only thinking about investing their money in America. Liberia is so backward and very undeveloped. I see some body train, some blame on the other side there. That will not get us there. That let us focus on what we can do now.
Right, the positive.
We are glad that the outcome was approved as one of the many events accredited by the organizers. Congratulations to the ICOM. Dr. Banton Kulah, speaking to Tapla here, said, for once, let's stop this negative Congo-country divide. I think that's a good point Dr. Kulah is making right there, because it will not carry us anywhere. Just as we agree, we are nowhere. And that is one of the things that got us nowhere. Tapla again, so let's leave that one. Let's bring in somebody else. Let's hear from Romeo, James K. Brown. So when the country will be ready? That's the question. When will we ever be ready to do these things that others are doing to develop our country? Let me bring in Senwolo. Senwolo, right? Can the team speak to the infrastructure available to support a mass influx of tourist investors, and what has been done to change the laws to extend the dual citizenship to third country nations? It will be odd to invite people, have them come excited, interested in investing, only then to tell them, sorry, you are not welcome. That person is making a point from another perspective. Maybe we should the Americans or the white men allow us to become citizens. Why not we do that? That person might be making that point that will further make people to feel welcome. Abby Taylor, you are a doctor. You know planning an event incorporates the healthcare sector before finalizing and promoting. All right. Abby has a concern there. Abby is a family nurse practitioner, by the way. Well, I hear from Sam again. This team may want to seriously consider the custom ball plan, given the history of what those customs represent. Those clothes are not custom and are highly unlikely to be received well by African American in today's environment. I don't know how you know that. I've seen African American, putting on these clothes. Even some white people wearing these clothes as well. I hear from Wisa Colley, sister, may God bless you and your family from the people of the Republic of Liberia. Great job. I see some love there coming your way. Somebody is telling you thank you. Wisa Colley, my brother, may God bless you too, my brother, and your family and your work from maybe for the Liberian people, best in Liberia. Great job. People are excited about what you are doing. Let's hear from Abby Taylor. All I can say is, if healthcare is not stable, please have a lengthy discussion with the PCP before going. You guys going to address that concern. Let me see who else here. Abby again, but let's go to somebody else. Alex again. Let's hear from Freeman. Freeman, right? How do I get in touch with you guys? Please, the information on here. Well, we display the website. The website is in here. I think you have seen it because the person sent it a long time ago. The journey of a million miles. This person, right? Start with the first step. Stop negativity against your own country. That is a great point there. That doesn't mean those concerns are not valid, but hey, who will do it? We got to do it. A few comments, concerns, questions as well. Let us go around the room. You address the concern and then you give your closing statement because of time, please.
I'm going to jump in real quick regarding the dual citizenship issue that was brought up. I know that the president of Liberia, George Monowia, is looking into dual citizenship. That is something that was on the last election that took place. That ballot issue did not pass, but I understand that he is, considering lawyers and looking in to see if there's an opportunity that we can offer dual citizenship to people who are also, there's so many Liberians that are citizens of this country and would love to still maintain their citizenship there in Liberia. And then also for us to offer it. I know other countries such as Ghana and other African countries have offered that opportunity, and it does make people more comfortable so that they're able to purchase land and to do the things that they need to do. So that is something that is being considered.
All right. Clarice, you want to take a shot?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So in the interest of time, I think somebody said, you have to start from somewhere. Anything in a day, you have to start from somewhere. And I will say the government is doing its best infrastructure-wise and all these things that were mentioned. I know for a fact, even on Robertsfield Highway, just last month, they've started putting the poles. My mother told me lights are coming in now in certain areas. Things are going to be ready. The government is working tirelessly. I know Minister Rennie has been in a couple of interviews where he mentioned some things that will be done. The roads are being cleaned thanks to Mayor Koji. I know in Monrovia, a lot of that is being taken care of. So I don't think we should worry too much about this, to be honest. Rome was not built in a day. We have to start from somewhere. If we keep sitting here saying, "Oh, it's not ready," when is it going to get ready? Unless we put forth the effort as Liberians, we have to do this for ourselves. Nobody else is going to come and say, "Okay, I'm going to take a month and fix everything you guys have in your country." It's not going to happen. Even Ghana, with all that it did, Ghana still had issues. I go to Ghana all the time. There are still internet issues. Okay, but guess what? They did it. We can't be thinking negatively about this. We need to think on the positive side. We will get there. A lot of this is being done behind the scenes, and I think in the next month or so, you guys will see a lot of improvement in some of these areas in Liberia. And for the lady that mentioned the healthcare system, we are talking with the Ministry of Health. A lot of things are coming into place. Like I said earlier, we have our little health plans that we're doing. If people get sick and you purchase the health plan from one of the local clinics there, she'll be able to see you. There are a lot of different things that are happening. So just bear with us. We just wanted to put the information out there. Let's start by purchasing our tickets. Let's go to Liberia. Everybody's not going to come at one time. But guess what? The group of us that will meet there in December, we'll have meetings, we'll have discussions. If there are things that still need to be done, we put ourselves together as one people in unity, and we get these things done as we prepare for all of our guests that are to come, even in 2022. So that's my comment.
All right, Herring.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think one thing I'd like to say is that the development of Liberia does not solely rely on government. I think that's one of the things we need to understand. That as individuals and as people that have love for the country, we need to start thinking beyond putting all responsibilities in the hands of government. And that is the essence of this event. What can we do as people with the resources that we have? You go into your county, is there any problem that you can solve if we come together? And these are the things. Yes, we know there are huge infrastructure deficits. We know that there are issues, but that's so even in developed countries, they have some of these problems. But the starting point, there has to be a starting point where we can actually say as people, these are the problems that we face. But what can we do with our expertise, with our skills, with our resources to be part of the solution? Because that is why we're here, to be a part of the solution. So yes, we welcome all constructive comments, and we welcome even the negative comment, because this is the only way we can build. We can become better by looking at our weakness. We can become better by leveraging on areas where we feel that we have been pushed back. But how can we grow from there? So yes, whilst I appreciate all this.
You've lost Henry.
Aaron, we
Henry,
can't hear you.
All right.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now.
So,
yeah.
So whilst we don't have all the answers, I think it is what all we calling on our listeners and everybody who's tuning to this show is that yes, we need as much support as we can. So if you're in the healthcare sector and you have some brilliant idea in healthcare, whatever, we welcome all of this, because at the end of the day, we don't have all the answers, but we know we're heading in the right direction. So join us and let's make this happen.
You heard it there. Join us. Let us make this happen. One thing I know, that the country has been around for 174 years. And the excuses might be reasonable because the reality are just there. But it is the reality we have to challenge for us to get the Liberia that we want. If we run away from the realities, then we will not get the Liberia we want. So the thing is saying, we know internet is a challenge in Liberia. We know the roads might not be good. We know the internet and all that might not be good. But there are a few hotels, somebody can sleep there. And when the news get out there, or we had a first successful diaspora, return program, and then the second. And then, we will be getting somewhere. We have to start taking some baby steps. After all, that's our home. So you want to tell me when your home is on fire, you're not going to go there when you know you leave your family? Yeah. Is that what you're telling me? Why don't you go there and help to put that fire off?
Yes.
So I would be a little critical here. Enough of this blame, enough of these excuses. Excuses will keep us where we are. I know we all want to get somewhere. Challenging ourselves, facing the reality, the odds, that's why we get us there. My name is Anthony C.A., and we want to say a very, very, very big thank you to you for the effort that you are making and for this program that you have started. That is the way to start the ball rolling to a glorious land of liberty by God's command.
Yes.
Anthony C.A., and here I focus on Liberia. We do not close our show until we play a song, a nationalistic song that says we are all Liberians.
Yes.
So I'm here, you are there, but we have a home. That is our nativity. It is our responsibility to make it what we want it to be. Others made theirs, we are enjoying it. We're going to make ours. And so enough of the excuses. Let's do this. Buy your ticket and let us go. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
We appreciate you.
We are Liberia. Liberia is our home. Liberia people. USA, all we want. Liberia, USA, all we want. Liberia, Liberia.